Bye, babe. Bye, Momo. No, pork chop, don't leave too. Everybody's abandoned me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Angie's Seams and Pockets. Today, I'll be going over the differences between a regular sewing machine and an overlocking / serging machine. The machines are right behind me, so I'm going to scoot the camera closer and let's get started. Regular sewing machines generally have one needle on the top and a bobbin on the inside to catch the loops of thread. The machine I have is an older Genome, gifted to me by my mother. It might not be fancy, but it has every function I need to cover my sewing basics. To begin sewing, you first have to wind up the bobbin with your choice of thread that you'll be using for the project. Then, threading the machine, loop the bobbin thread up so the machine is ready to go before placing your fabric down. When the foot is up, always keep the needle in the highest position. After aligning your fabric, place the foot down and make sure it is down before you begin to sew. I generally keep my tension at a 4 on this machine when working with woven cotton fabrics. Setting my stitch length at a 3, and making sure my machine is set at a straight stitch, I run my fabric through my tester. Switching the machine to a zigzag stitch, I also run the fabric through. Moving next door to my serging machine, it generally only has 2 functions in my work: serging an edge to prevent fraying or securing a seam for extra reinforcement. As both can be done by a regular machine, the serger isn't a necessary tool to have for a beginner, but when you start making larger, time-consuming projects, it can become your best friend. My serger is a Juki 654DE. It's a 4-thread machine, and like all serger, has a built-in knife that will slice off unnecessary fabric when serging the seam or the edge. The knife can be removed on this machine if necessary, but I generally never do. The idea of a knife slicing off fabric inches away from your finger can be a scary thought, but I promise I've hurt myself more with the presser foot that holds the needle slamming against my knuckle than I have ever with a knife or a sewing needle. As you can see, the edges come out nice and clean as compared to the regular machine, better preventing further fraying. When comparing the seam of a straight stitch versus a serge seam, the serge has more reinforcement. Combinations of the 2 machines can be used in projects depending on the need. When working on a costume, I will generally serge the edges of the pieces individually, and then use a regular machine to put them together, allowing for reinforcement from fraying from the serger, but also easy access to the stitch, holding the fabric together in case of the need to seam rip them apart to change the fit on the actor. The takeaway from this video is that when starting off, you really only need a regular sewing machine to accomplish all the stitches your work requires. However, later on, it is nice to have the reinforcement of a serger to secure your work in place. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in the future, but for now, see you in the next video.